that I play online, and today I've got a Battlefield 4 gameplay commentary video for you, and I am going to talk about how to do well in Air Superiority mode in Battlefield 4. So I'm going to talk about Air Superiority mode in general first off, and it's a game mode in Battlefield 4 that you unlock first of all in the China Rising map pack. You can have that right now on the PC if you're a premium, or pretty soon here coming up I think if you are just got it through the deluxe version, or anyways premium you got it 2 weeks early, so that doesn't really matter. But a lot of people are using this game mode to unlock their jets unlocks because, well, that's all you do, so naturally you'll unlock them faster as long as you're getting kills and points in the jet themselves. So I have everything unlocked, but the gameplay in this footage, the attachments that I'm using are the normal lock-on missiles. I don't even think I kill anybody with them. And the 25mm cannons, which I'm going to talk about later, but that's your best bet for killing jets is your cannons. And then the belt feeder attachment. Did you see that right there? I didn't even hit the blimp, it looked like, and it still killed me. I noticed that in some of the mountains too, that like where you're flying isn't really where it knows where you're at, so you kind of crash out of nowhere. Done it a couple times, not a big deal, but they'll fix it. We know EA and DICE are all over that, don't we? Anyways, back to the topic on hand, Air Superiority mode. I didn't really get into it in Battlefield 3, but Battlefield 4, playing it a little bit, I'm really liking it. I've always loved vehicles in Battlefield. That's kind of my favorite thing to do, and jets is among the top of that list. And I'm going to go off and say what I'm using for controls. I am on the PC, as many of you know. I use keyboard only. A lot of people use keyboard and mouse, but I just find that to not be sensitive enough, and it's just what I've always used because it worked best for me. But it comes as defaults or default controls, so you don't have to mess with your controls if you want to try it out. But it's the WASD keys and the arrow keys, and that's all you use, along with X for your infrared and C for your camera view angle. And with that combination, I think it works really well for beginners or for experts alike. I wouldn't call myself an expert, but I keep at the top of the leaderboard as far as each match. I usually do pretty well as long as there isn't experts in there or anything. But some of the tips that I have for Air Superiority mode in general are, when you first start off in the match, you obviously need to get the objectives so you can cap things faster. And on consoles, I know you're kind of stuck with the 100 ticket servers, I think. But on Battlefield 4, you're going to want to look for a high ticket one, because when you cap the blimps, yeah, they're blimps. When you cap them, the tickets go down really fast. So you kind of need to be in the high ticket games to have a game worth playing, really. Which is kind of something they'll change, hopefully, because it's kind of a bummer that it doesn't last that long. But one of the best tips is to kind of lean back, and this seems obvious, but some people don't realize how easy it is to get behind somebody. But you kind of look for the guy straggling behind, and you definitely don't want to go after the guy in the middle of the pack. But if you come across a pack of jets, go for the last guy, get behind him, use your cannons, as you're seeing in this footage right here. I'm using my cannons to kill almost everybody. And if you get behind him, and the fastest, easiest way to kill them is if they're turning, because you can turn with them and then hit the top of their jet, and just in about 5 seconds of shooting bullets, you'll knock them down dead. I rarely use my missiles. I'm using them more now because I have the active radar missiles unlocked, and those work the best because they don't hear you lock on, so they usually can't get their countermeasures off in time. But as you see there in that clip that just played, as he was turning, I just pulsed on the cannons, and that spacebar, I didn't mention that on the keyboard to fire that. But in a few quick pulses, I think I killed this guy too right here that the clip is playing. But in a few quick pulses, it brings him down really well. And I know this might seem obvious to some, but using your cannons versus missiles is your best bet in Air Superiority mode. And the final tip that I have is really to stay with a group of jets. I know this kind of seems obvious as well, but sticking with the few other jets leaves you less vulnerable to be the one picked out by the one trailing behind you, and gives you more of a chance to get away from the enemy when you do get targeted. So thanks again for watching. Go ahead and leave a like and a comment and let me know if you liked it, and I will see you next time. Peace.